Hello, everyone. We are live. We're live both on Patreon and on YouTube for this first part of Finding Freedom. Finding Freedom sounds like a beautiful name. Finding Freedom. But it was what this weekend has been about. The freedom kind of comes out and it comes to find you. And yet, most people probably already feel like we're kind of free already in our life, and only when we find or feel like we are free can we start realizing that we're not free. We're still somewhat in prison, even if we don't see that prison yet. Or some people do, some people don't. But that is the prerogative that we have. That's the beauty that we have. We have to become independent, and that's independence. It is what we usually think about as freedom. The independence to do whatever we want. We go whatever we want. We can choose whatever life we want to choose. We can go out and travel. You see people go out into the world and travel and they feel free. But then you are chasing the feeling of freedom. But that feeling is still part of the ego. So we kind of want to be, there is a true freedom, a real freedom within, beyond that of the ego, that of that prison, that makes that when you allow and you receive that energy of that freedom, you will literally experience that whatever prison you are in, because the ego is a prison, whether we know it or not yet. Our life is a prison. It is kind of an addiction to certain behaviors, addiction to certain things that we need to have, certain rhythms, certain a partner, a job, all these things. So we kind of cling on to that prison. We cling on to those behaviors, those ideas, those dreams, and that clinging on is the prison. But in realizing that we are in prison, that's also when we can find true freedom. And that's kind of what we're talking about here. The potential to find true freedom, till we can tap into that which is beyond the spiritual freedom, then we can find the path. And that's what I'm here for, to guide people in that path. Some people find the teacher, some people find the path, some people understand the path, some people are ready for the path. And then you might come in here in different ways to find me as a teacher of many names that you might suddenly dream about, connections that you might dream about me from past lives, from many things that might suddenly appear to you, as this is the discovery of this a sacred space, a sacred freedom, that is to open up to the gateways of the divine, to heaven, and to realize that when you open up those gates, or when you are guided to those gates, that you can come in and start enjoying a different freedom, where there's freedom from your life, freedom in spite of everything you feel, freedom in spite of how life is great or not great, or where you are, or your expectations, or whatnot. This is the freedom that kind of grows from inside when you realize that it is not outside, it is inside. The teacher is outside, but he's guiding you, pointing you towards that same place that is inside of you, to that being that is beyond and that can kind of expand. And as you open up to that energy body, to that expansion within yourself, your whole body, your whole life, your whole perception, your whole dream life will change. You will go through different gates of perception. So that is what I'm guiding to. And that will sometimes be a little challenging because every time you go up, you go in, and sometimes after that, you might feel a little down. It might go. So there is a wave, there is a, just like waves, sometimes you're on the wave top and you're on the wave bottom. You go through these waves, and I'm kind of here to kind of support and help you to see that you can even enjoy going up, and you can go going down and being all the way down. And then when you're all the way down into the wave bottom, you might not see the sun. There might be total darkness. You'll be like, oh. So you can enjoy even being in the sun, like we're here today. It's the kind of the first time we really are out here. So it is kind of a new time, a new spring. We just literally went, this weekend was like literally an ascension day on Thursday, and then the Norwegian Liberation Day on Sunday. And we're Norwegians are so particular, and we're so honest and purposeful, and we want to be so perfect and correct in our ego that we have to say, no, it's not. It is, we say happy birthday, but it's a Norwegian Constitution Day. But the Constitution is kind of symbolic because you have to dare to claim freedom. You have to dare to make the effort to come into that space, just like I'm inviting you to come into the Patreon or into our physical space in Norway. Like, you have to dare to come into space. You have to dare to miss the space. You have to dare to feel there is an energy that is attracting you, just like a lover, just like your life when you're like, I just have to be there. There is something pulling me, even if it's like, something is just resisting, and I'm like, I don't know if I feel good here. And oh, why am I feeling nauseous? Why am I feeling pain? Why am I feeling all these things? Why are all these thoughts? Why is all this stuff coming up in the process? So that is the kind of the path that you have to kind of discover. And that's why I talk about it. You have to discover this path a little bit at a time. The words that I say is not because I use different words, because different people need different words. So some people you will be like, "Ooh, I like his words today," and other people like, I don't know what he's talking. Sometimes you need words. Sometimes you need the energy, and the word and the energy is two sides. And for most, those are kind of separate. So we are kind of twisted in our mindset, in the way we perceive the world. But as we get challenged, we can start getting closer with our word and our energy. And we gradually want to come into truth, where we can kind of be true with ourselves. Sometimes we're like, I want to say what I feel. Yeah, but sometimes the feelings is distorted. Everything you perceive might be distorted. We don't know, because most people around us don't really tell us the truth. Our friends, have we been taught, are more important to be our friend and to lie to us and just say, that's great, and not tell us the truth, than to kind of tell us the truth. That is why the teacher is kind of, because most friends also kind of see you, but sometimes they just also see themselves. So you can't necessarily rely on your friends always. They are like a lover, but to be a lover, you also, without the words, then you can get lost in drama, lost in kind of distorted way of connecting with people. So that's why we're here. We're here to kind of undistort, to release the tension. When something is distorted, the energy between the word and the energy and truth, when it's distorted, it becomes twisted. It's like oh, it suddenly that was like nice. I just saw myself more clearly. It's like the sauna we just built. Some of those planks that was sent, they are a little twisted. They've been affected by heat and all these things. They get a little twisted. So then there has to be a process to undistort or to make it connected, or then we might have to get new plan, find some way to come together. So that is what we're doing. We have to realize that there's tension, and sometimes you'll be like, well, my life is great, but still, if you're not totally open, then the ego is still distorted, twisted. That is what the ego is meant to be. So it's not a bad thing, it's just natural. Because it is here to lead you to go beyond the ego. And the ego, when you release it, then it frees up energy so that you can open up, and then breath comes in, and then through the teacher you can open up more and more to the breath of life, which we are offering here. Yes. And with that said and done, we are continuing this session. If you are interested, or if you want to come in and follow it later, you can come in to the Patreon. The link is in the bio. Or like and subscribe and ask questions, and maybe you want to follow it later. We have a little bit of a fellowship where we kind of weekly or in retreats spread out, kind of create and harness this energy and allow it to be kind of guided through those treacherous places of the river, so that we can don't get stuck in a dam, but we can keep going and all the way to the sea, which is the freedom that we're seeking. So with that said, beautiful to see. If you're new, ask questions, and I might talk about it next time. And if not, I see you in the Patreon or somewhere else.